And a good evening to you on this Tuesday, 6:30 o'clock. 6:30 here. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you on WFMY Plus as we get ready to talk about more warmth eventually. Here and now we have to talk about the cold. The chill will be with us over the next couple of nights with some temperatures dropping their way down into the 30s. Thanks for being with us. We're going to talk about how dry weather still has a grip over our area. We'll talk about the threat of some frost and chill in our region. And then we'll also talk a little bit about the stunning images coming our way from space. A lot to be said about the Artemis mission, which still going on, but really had its climax yesterday. Let's get to the forecast. Pretty nice evening, pretty nice day across the Piedmont Triad area. There's a look over Greensboro. Temperatures are in the 60s now, as they have been throughout much of the afternoon, but you can kind of tell there's always a feel to the air, right? And when you step outside today, you can kind of feel the crispness. You can feel the cooling nature to the air. We had a chill in the air this morning, but even still for the afternoon, I think you can kind of feel that and sense that. Looking live over Winston-Salem, let's kind of hang on this for a second. A couple of weeks ago, didn't look like this. I mean, just take a look here. All of the trees are leafed out. And so we are fully in our green Piedmont mode now, and that's where we will stay going into the summer season. There's just a lot of green headed our way. All the way from now until October. So get excited if you like that summer-like look, you like the summer-like feel. That's where we're going to be for a while. However, there are going to be a lot of times, or a lot of changes, I should say, in the meantime with the temperature. So one thing we'll talk about is how cold we're getting tonight and then how we warm things up. Another talker through the afternoon and evening here in Greensboro, at least, the Hoppers are back. First pitch is, well, right about now. Right about now. The Greensboro Grasshoppers, of course, are taking on the Asheville Tourists here in town. First pitch temperature should be in the low 60s, cooling off into the 50s by the end of the game. Sometimes April baseball can be pretty cold. This is on the cool side, but it's not very cold. It's been a lot worse than this. The Dash, they had a home game earlier today. That was an 11 o'clock start. A lot of the school kids got to enjoy that one. Temperatures right now are all in the mid-60s locally. And if you're wondering, well, what's average for this time of year? I can't even really keep track of that sort of thing. I don't blame you. It changes a lot this time of year. So let's kind of take a look at the almanac. So as you look here, you'll see the clouds that streamed across our area. That crane above my head is doing some work as they build the new AC Marriott on that side of town. 45 and 65. Those are our numbers for today. The averages are 69 and 45, so pretty close on both accounts. Obviously no rain today, and we're running a deficit now for the month and for the year. Record high is 91, the record low is 24. Goes to show you, you can have a little bit of anything this time of year, and that is the season, as they say. So why are we getting cold? What's really going on? Looking here through tonight and into the next couple of days. High pressure's in charge. And this high pressure, whenever you look at that, kind of visualize. Remember, they go clockwise. High pressure's clockwise, low pressure counterclockwise. You think back to school days anyway. So where is the air blowing? It's going clockwise, and we're getting more or less a northeast flow around that high. And so we are pulling in some cooler weather tonight into tomorrow and really starting to get chilly toward those mornings. So one thing I would expect is that tomorrow morning is cold, Thursday morning is cold. Those are the 2 days where we have the biggest chill around our area. After that, we'll work our way going into the rest of the week with warmer weather starting to set up, moving in from the west. So that's kind of the name of the game. A problem in the plan here is that we're dry. And this is the rain forecast over the next 7 days. So a full week of weather here, and we're looking at just bone dry. Bone dry. So there's not any real risk of rain, and no promise of rain either. I mean, if we zoom into the Carolinas, this is over the next 7 days. No rain to speak of whatsoever. Maybe a drop over Hatteras. That's just the estimated forecast. But by and large, we're stuck here. And there are two bullseyes of rainfall across the country. One of those is in Florida, what they're getting is on this side of things, a easterly flow kind of moving in, bringing some moisture. And then over here, this is where you're going to see a lot of showers and thunderstorms setting up in the middle of the country. But we're stuck in the middle, and that's where high pressure is. And so we're going to just be dry, dry, dry for a long, long time. And what could result from that? Well, obviously we're in the drought, and that'll continue and probably get worse. Fire risk, though, will start to become a bit of an issue. So right now, our fire risk is high, and it'll stay that way. But over the next couple of days, it'll be there. And then by Saturday, we're likely to start to increase that fire risk. So fire risk going up through the weekend and getting a little bit higher into next week. And the reason for that has to do with warmth building, high pressure, jet stream, all sending warmth our way, and dry weather too, with lowering amounts of humidity. So take a look at this. Sunday into Monday. I mean, this is a wild jet stream pattern. You see how this is kind of ridging up like that? That allows a lot of warmth to move in from the south. And so that's going to really set the stage for well above average temperatures. I wouldn't call it a heat wave necessarily, but you could, if you wanted to. Mid to upper 80s are in the cards and possible going into next week. So we have a lot of warmth headed our way, and we have a lot of dry weather too. So this is going to be a bit of a problem for the drought. If you like summertime weather, you'll enjoy the days, but just know there is some risk and some danger when it comes to fire risk and also just from drought concerns. It's not going to help your allergies, that's for sure. The pollen is high right now. It'll stay that way over the next couple of days. In fact, by the weekend, wouldn't shock me if that pollen actually goes into the very high category. The very high category is a possibility. So in any case, we have allergies to talk about. We have cold nights to talk about. Remember, tonight we're getting down into the 30s. Some frost is possible. Not a guarantee, but a possibility tonight and tomorrow night. And that's kind of where we are headed. So buckle up. Lots of changes on the way coming to us in the Piedmont. Temperatures will be in the 60s for the next couple of afternoons. Tomorrow is the coolest of the bunch. And then by the end of the week, we're looking at mid-70s for Friday, low 80s for Saturday and Sunday, and it'll feel like summer going into next week. Stick around. We have a lot more to come for you just after this.